Welcome back to the Instant Fame. Let's take a deep dive into the fascinating life of a Hollywood legend whose generosity and business acumen have left an indelible mark on the world. You might know him as the charming lawyer from Pretty Woman, or the unforgettable cowboy from An Officer and a Gentleman, but there's so much more to his story. By the end of this, you'll see why his journey is not just about fame and fortune, but about making a real difference. So, sit back, relax, and let's explore the incredible life of Richard Gere. Richard Gere's rise in Hollywood wasn't just about luck or good looks. It was a masterclass in smart decision-making. Early in his career, he turned down traditional contracts that offered flat fees, opting instead for back-end points, which gave him a percentage of a film's profits. This bold move paid off massively when movies like American Gigolo and Pretty Woman became box office hits. Instead of walking away with a fixed paycheck, he earned millions as these films continued to succeed over the years. Industry experts often point to this strategy as the reason he transformed from a talented actor into one of Hollywood's shrewdest negotiators. But Richard didn't stop there. Over time, he expanded his financial portfolio by acquiring ownership stakes in studio, libraries, and international distribution rights. When Pretty Woman became a massive success on home video, selling over 20 million copies in the early 1990s, his earnings soared past $15 million before taxes. Even decades later, when streaming platforms licensed the film, he continued to profit, earning an additional $5 million in residuals. Fans who simply enjoyed rewatching the romantic chemistry between Vivian and Edward had no idea they were also contributing to Richard's growing fortune. Yet, Hollywood was only one part of his wealth-building journey. Richard has long been a devoted follower of Tibetan Buddhism, and in 1993, he founded the Gere Foundation, an organization dedicated to fighting poverty and supporting refugees in Asia. His philanthropic efforts have been nothing short of extraordinary. He worked closely with international NGOs to build medical clinics in rural Nepal and personally funded hospitals in Dharamsala, often donating more than $3 million per facility. The foundation's endowment now exceeds $200 million, thanks in part to silent auctions of Richard's memorabilia, including iconic costumes like the naval uniform from An Officer and a Gentleman. What truly moved fans, however, was Richard's announcement that he would leave 75% of his estate to charitable trusts. With an estimated net worth of $120 million, this means $90 million will go toward causes close to his heart: supporting modern Buddhist art, funding tuberculosis treatment, programs in Tibet, and providing educational scholarships in India. The remaining 25% will go to his daughter, whom he has kept out of the public eye, ensuring she inherits not just financial security, but also a deep sense of social responsibility. One of the most touching moments in recent years was when Richard quietly sold his historic 1920s estate in Connecticut for $8 million and donated every penny to his foundation. Videos of him personally handing over the check to clinic directors went viral, and his words resonated deeply with fans. When asked why he chose to part with such a beautiful property, he simply said, "I don't need marble floors. What I need is for the marble halls in Dharamsala to echo with healing." This selfless act brought fans to tears, with many taking to social media to call him Hollywood's biggest heart and a real-life prince. So, what can we learn from Richard Gere's extraordinary journey? First, smart financial decisions, like negotiating for back-end points, can create long-term wealth far beyond an initial paycheck. Second, true legacy isn't built through personal luxury but through investing in the lives of others. And third, kindness has a ripple effect, touching countless lives across the globe. If Richard's story has inspired you, consider paying it forward. You might donate to the Gere Foundation or support a local charity that aligns with your values. Share this story with others using the hashtag #JockGivingBack. Because the most meaningful wealth isn't measured in dollars, but in the lives we uplift. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Now go out and make your own mark on the world.